What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome back to DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex. I think now we can say it because since we have this next guest on, I think we can say it pretty feasibly now. We're getting there, if not already. And I don't have a band today. I have a figurehead again. Cool how we're doing like band, figurehead. Hopefully we can keep that pattern going. But I mean, this is like, when I started the podcast, you're like the first person I like the person that came in, like, I gotta have him on. And so, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Well, my name is Joseph. I run a promotional group called DMS Promotions, which also stands for Dallas Metal Scene. So, our goal is to make sure that this scene thrives as much as possible. We work with other promoters, other bands, venues to make sure that we have a strong metal scene here in Dallas.
Hell yeah! So why don't you give us the history of this, like your history, like in the scene, period? Because I bet it's pretty extensive. I bet you got a lot of shit to talk about.
It's a long story, but how I got started is started working at Trees about 5 years ago, and just, you know, I always heard that the scene was dying, the scene was dead, you know. Deep Ellum was dead 5 years ago when I arrived in Deep Ellum. Like, what we have now, we didn't have like 5 years ago. We maybe had a few bars. We had Reno's, and we had, With Sin wasn't even open yet.
Wow, okay. Wow.
What's that place called? Shit.
Oh, no, yeah, cuss.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Shit.
Fuzzies wasn't there. The Curtain Club was there. Let's see what else.
Boiler Room?
The Boiler Room was there. So, barely opening up, by the way.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so when I started working at Trees, I was just meeting some new bands that talking to bands. And I got on Facebook one day to look up Dallas Metal to see if there was like a page already. There were several groups. But one that stuck out the most was Dallas Metal Sucks, Fort Worth Metal Rules. And I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to start a page myself and tell bands about it that play Trees. And little by little, it started getting a little following, started getting all these likes, people were talking about it. And one day I got asked to host a show, and I did it. And next thing you know, I said I'll do the show in one condition, if I can have my own show, you know, at Reno, and it was at Reno. So Reno's and Trees is where it all started. So that's why I'm always so close with Reno's and Trees. And my first show ever was a success. And the manager at that time asked me if I wanted to do another show, and I said, sure, I'll do another show. Started getting popular. And then we had little, what's it called, like little, you know what I'm saying?
You peaked and then like you went down a little bit.
So I had to re-strategize, and so it got big again. You know, we have it's a roller coaster, just the business, so that's where it all started.
Wow, cool. And so pretty much, so I guess it's fair to say, given this, you are mostly responsible for reviving what we see today. I mean, at least in Dallas, yeah.
I get told that a lot, but I don't like that credit really, because you know, there's been a lot of great help. I've had lots of support. Like I said, you know, I started at Reno's, and then Boiler Room took notice, and I started doing shows at Boiler Room, and then Curtain Club took notice, and then Trees and whatever, and so I've had great support, and it wasn't all me, or just me. It was had great support. Like the Pit Bulls have always been supportive, but we've done shows with them many times. They've helped the scene stay alive. You know, they're everywhere. You know, so.
As of this recording, I am a prospect.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's right. I didn't tell you that. Yeah.
Jesus, that'll
be. They're a great group to be a part of, and you know, and they're great people to work with. And I think we have a show of them coming up later this summer.
Oh shit!
So it's going to be DMS and Pit Bulls together. Those shows are always fun.
Oh my god, it sounds great. Yeah, that Obituary Creator Pit. Oh god, I'm still sore from that, man. I like it. I think David fucking calls me Shaggy. I don't know why, but I guess that's like my name there. It was a lot of fun though. But so I mean, so So the thing about what I give you credit for mainly is, I mean, I remember meeting you the first time. It was actually, I was gonna meet you, but I had my parents meet you instead because I had them go grab a ticket for the DMS Metal Fest.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I remember meeting you, I believe Saturday, because I don't think I was at Reno's Friday on the Friday, but I was there Saturday for most of the night, and I remember meeting you, and I remember being completely fucking drunk off my mind. I mean, I think I've seen you before because I went to earlier shows with him, and I went to the Electric Vengeance Exploder show. I think that happened in May of last year. Then we talked very, very briefly, but then I remember getting fucking smashed, and then I'm like, you know, I was gonna start a band, and it didn't happen.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then I remember the next morning I had people message me like, hey, you gonna start that band you were talking about? I'm like, oh shit. And so I dug through all my like shit, and I found like all my high school drawings and shit, and I remember digging through, and I found the Skull Archer thing I used to do in high school. Like, I used to draw like this old logo and shit, and I drew it up on there. And I'm like, so what do you guys think? You think you think this could work? And like one of the first people that said go for it was you.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, fuck. If Joseph says it should go, it should probably fucking go then. So I don't know. Personally, I think I have to partially thank you for kind of igniting that spark. Ironically enough, we practiced today after this too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
They practiced yesterday as well.
It was good. It was good. A certain cover we did is almost done.
And speaking of Metal Fest, we're actually talking with Trees right now. You know, so
To have it part of it.
Part of it. It's been one of my goals like the past couple of years. Like never had Trees, but you know, we're talking about it, and we're throwing some dates out there. So we're hoping maybe mid-September maybe, or early October.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
hopefully it breaks out with Trees. I want Trees to be a part of it, you know.
Yeah, because that's a big venue.
And it's also very historic and very involved in the scene, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the go-to place. You want to.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play there. Everybody wants to see their shows there. So it's like the mecca of Deep Ellum, in my opinion, you know.
Yeah, it is. Wasn't that one of Nirvana's last places to play?
They played there. I'm not sure if it's the last place, but
yeah, but because I think that was also when he got the crap beat out. Kurt Cobain got the crap beat out of him by that one dude for like breaking his.
Yeah.
I forgot, breaking his like fucking guitar or
on his head or something like that.
Yeah, some crazy shit. Got really pissed off, and like fucking Dave Grohl had to get him off and shit.
Yeah.
I think you can find that on YouTube still.
Yeah, you can.
Oh my god, so messed up. So
and the bouncer that kicked his ass, you can find at Reno's almost every day.
Oh my god.
He's always hanging out there. So.
That's crazy.
The guy with tattoos all over his head. He's
Actually, I think that's my cousin's boss because my cousin does a bunch of stage prep work and stuff. So
I got you.
Because my cousin was telling me about it. So you only work with Dallas, right? Like you're not in the Fort Worth.
I'm not opposed to working with Fort Worth. You know, it's funny. Like I'll have someone do a show at Fort Worth on behalf of DMS under the DMS banner.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes. It's, you know, it could be, you know, Wes from Primordius. He helps us a lot, so he does his thing over there. Sometimes under our banner, and you know, and I'm not opposed to doing shows over, but my focus is Deep Ellum.
Yeah.
Because Deep Ellum is the heart of the music scene, and
yes, it is.
And plus, you know, it's closer to where I live.
And I mean, in general, like that's where a lot of people from all over the Metroplex go just to hang out, like community-wise. Whether it's, you know, gonna go see shows or waiting an hour in line for fucking ice cream.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking hell.
Yeah.
Or you know, just like all the crazy bars you can go to and all that. That fucking piece of shit party bike. That is always in everybody's fucking way.
And I grew up in Oak Cliff, so for me, Deep Ellum is kind of like, you know, it's a lot more important to me.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it was a lot closer, and I like the the vibe it has out there.
Yeah, it's a really nice vibe. And the reason why I brought up all that stuff is because I've noticed that most of the people that are in the Deep Ellum Community Watch, which is also what you're part of, that I recently got added on to as well, that most of the people that are posting on there a lot are people that you'll see at like local shows that are genuine fans of the music as well. So it's not just the love of the scene, it's the love of the fucking place too, and that's
everyone's
cool.
family, you know,
Yeah.
like something could happen and everybody looks out for each other. You know, it's like, hey, be careful here or be careful there. It's a great community watch, you know, to be a part of. I love it. You know, I mean, it's such a strong community, Deep Ellum, and
It is.
And everybody who's a part of that group page we're talking about, it's people who not just live there and work there. It's customers, bartenders who work there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just a great, strong community to be a part of.
Yeah, but I mean, like how, like doing your promotion work and stuff. Like, have you ever got to meet anyone like super big or whatnot because of all the work you've done and all that? Like get hookups and whatnot.
Oh yeah, man, that's pretty cool. Like, I can show you later, like off camera, like my phone. Like, I got phone numbers to like people I grew up listening to, and it's like,
that's
really cool. Like,
hey, yo, Vinny, what's up, bro?
Yeah. So it's really cool. Yeah, I mean, like when I first started working in Deep Ellum, it was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. And now it's like, I can have like Nikki Sixx next to me. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, hey,
which happened at Bomb Factory one time. So like, you know, I was like, hey, whatever. Hey, what's up? You know.
Oh my god, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I would probably still flip out, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. There are times where I'm like, oh my gosh, but I keep it cool.
Yeah, you're
no,
yeah.
Like, I remember meeting the singer from Allegiant at the Decibel magazine, or no, not Decibel magazine, but Metal Blade 35-year anniversary. And like, I'm a pretty big fan of Allegiant. I think they're like one of the best like new like bands that are popping out right now. And I remember meeting the singer, I was like, oh my god. I'm like, no, you can't. You gotta say, hey, fan of music.
I did that with Cataclysm at Trees.
Asked to buy a shirt, and then asked me to take a picture, and then just leave. And I did it. I'm like, yes, thank God, I don't seem like a fucking loser now.
Yeah, I got to get on the Cataclysm tour bus at Trees.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
The bassist kept on handing me Bud Lights, and he's like,
cool.
here man, drink. I was like, I gotta drive home in like 30 minutes.
Shit.
There are times where I don't want to meet him because I'm afraid that I might not like him after I meet him.
Oh,
you know, like,
yeah.
There's been times where I met several people that I really looked up to as a teenager, and then they became like real assholes. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and
they like turned me off. I'm like, I'm not a fan anymore. You know?
Yeah, I get that. I used to be a big Tool fan until I met Maynard, and then yeah, Maynard is just, that guy's weird. Like, if you've ever heard any of his interviews, you know, he feels like you have to sit at a show, like a metal show, and just clap. No moshing, no fucking uproars or anything, just, like, I don't get it. I mean, because the thing is, like, this music is supposed to move us. It's supposed to give us certain energy. So you have fucking people like the Pitbulls out there, you know? But, so you mainly work in Reno's, because you're also security there, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, man.
Always at the door, I see him there.
Yeah.
Fucking hipsters walk up like, hold up, give me that ID real quick. Actually, yeah, going back to the Deep Ellum like strengthening thing, because like I kind of felt it, because I remember at the Prophecy show I had went to Reno's to like, you know, in between sets, because I caught half of I Am Destruction set, and then I went to Reno's. And there's this drunk dude, I guess, that was giving Steven some shit. And I guess like he like Steven was trying to like kick him out, and so like Steven had hold of the door, and the dude grabbed her on the other side and like yanked him out, and he was like, "What you gonna do, you bug-eyed motherfucker," or some shit like that. And like I was kind of upset about that, because I'm like, hey, Steven's my friend. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So like, and I'm a little drunk, but I still know what's going on. And like I went up and I'm like, hey Steven, you good, man? You need any support? Let me know if this dude swings on you.
It's not like Steven's a little dude either.
No, I know. So like,
I've seen Steven like knock someone out before too. But,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, that must have been fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, this was like an old ass dude that was drunk off his ass, and I remember being like, hey man, you need to back off Steven, dude. You don't want any of it. And he was like, what do you mean I don't want any of it? What you gonna do, little ass motherfucker? I'm like, oh my god, I'm the wrong person too! Like, you're picking up all the wrong people. Stop.
I remember one time we had an incident there, and the cops had to come. And the cops was like telling the guy that was starting so much shit, like, do you know where you're at? Like, this is Reno's. You don't do that here. You know? Like,
we can't be responsible if anything happens to you once we leave. You gotta stop.
Yeah. And by the way, what we mean by that is not because it's a violent place or scary place. It's because everybody there, like you said, it's a community.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
watch out for each other. So if you
like,
fuck with someone, you have like
it's like
the entire
family,
place
yeah.
looking after, you know?
That's anywhere pretty much in Deep Ellum. Like
yeah.
trees, you know, like I remember one time some guy was like trying to talk trash to me at trees, and he's just talking so much shit, and like he looked like he was ready to fight. I'm preparing too. Then I realized he's backing off. I'm like, oh yeah. But I turned around, I was like 5 guys already behind me, ready to have my back. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You know, one person I've always seen at trees, big dude. What's his name? He's like super big, has some tattoos on his arms and shit.
Dory guy?
I think, yeah.
Dustin, yeah.
Yeah, that dude. Like, that's a dude. Like, oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god. Oh, fuck that. But no, like, I have a list of people, like, especially if I'm in Deep Ellum, like, you cannot mess with these people. Like anyone in Exploder, Electric Vengeance, you know, anyone in TXDM, like, you can't. If you do, I'm getting involved too. Because you just can't do that.
Yeah, and it isn't like it's a violent place, because Reno's is my favorite place in Deep Ellum. Because I've just gone to so many fucking shows there. It's just, you know, it's a fun place to be. And yes, it's not like it's a violent place, Deep Ellum in general. You know, they've done a lot of work to crack down on crime and stuff there, because it was at a point where it was really bad. But I feel perfectly safe walking around there.
Yeah.
Smashed off my ass, you know.
I've walked so many alleys all drunk and like nothing happens, but you know, so.
Yeah, so I like the community there, I like the environment. My dad's had an art gallery down there for a show before, and you know, there's just a lot of variety, as you know, there's a lot of different stuff down there
I would love to do like pest control work there, like pass up some business cards.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everyone already has their own guy over there, so I don't think I could convince anyone. But
well,
dude,
there's so many different new places opening up. You can probably, you know.
hell yeah.
Kind of like yeah.
Dude, fucking Spray Street's feet are like, look, dude, you don't gotta pay me money, just give me some
Give me some pizza.
Give me some pizza,
Yeah.
shit. So in booking, like, how do you like look for talent, or how does talent come to you, or how does this process work out for you mostly?
This is how I was able to like start off so, I don't want to sound cocky, but successful when I first started doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
Was because I had the upper hand because I looked at trees.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw like who was bringing the crowd, who wasn't bringing the crowd, who was popular, who wasn't, you know, and even the unpopular bands I was giving them chances. And that's one thing about DMS was, you know, all the other like venues and some promoters were like, they only want to focus on the established bands. They never wanted to give the new bands a chance. And I'm not saying all, but that was like some of them.
Yeah.
Especially the bigger ones. So I wanted to give newer bands a chance, you know, and that's why, like, even at Trees, you'll see like a new band like Crop does, for example.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
They're playing Trees now a lot, you know, and I was giving them a shot. I'm not saying I'm taking responsibility for their.
Yeah, but you let them, you know,
Yeah.
create their own fame and everything.
First time I saw them was in Fort Worth, and they drew a pretty big crowd. So then when I saw them gonna be playing at the New Year's show, I was like, holy shit, so badass.
And then they played at the midget wrestling thing.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. And they're such good people. We had them on.
They're a fun band to have on.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I use them as much as I can, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean, you have staples that I see all the time, like Exploder, like is always in Deep Ellum. Chemicos is always in Deep Ellum, you know. Man, it's as I said, I started this scene with Alleged Vengeance when I was 16. It's cool to see them out there a lot too, because like Brandon's like my brother.
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, and I mean shit. Now you're giving me a chance, and I'm completely honored, and like you know, so I just gotta work all this dumb stuff out. Watching you, Robert, over
Yeah.
watching this.
Yeah, yeah.
But. I mean, like, but I mean, just not like local here. I mean, like, are they like, because I like Final Drive, for example, is out of Louisiana, right?
They're from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. And you know, they come out here like pretty often, ish. You know, I mean, for living that far away.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite drumming bands to work with, and they're very fun guys and very cool guys to work with, and they're professional, very professional. There's some drumming bands like. I could give a shit if you ever come back to Dallas, you know. And there's some bands are like, I want you back, man. I want you back. Hit me up next time you're in the area. So.
Because I remember that Thursday show. I wasn't able to stay, but it was Bus Go Vomit, Psychiatric Regurgitation, a Dawn of. God, I talked to the dude the other day.
I don't know. It was a good lineup though.
It was, and then I did the last band was from Austin. Like I forget their name, but I remember seeing their drummer in the back, and like, God,
Was that Blood Royale? Was that show?
I think so. It was a Thursday night. Yeah.
Other shows blend into me at some point.
Yeah, no, oh no, I bet. It was, but it was Blasphemous Go Vomit's, I believe, second show because the first one was Al's of Winter.
Yeah, Al's of Winter. That was their first one.
Yeah, so I think this one was the one after. That was when they just announced Henry as the new bassist for Cynex. God damn, we talk about them a lot on this fucking podcast, don't we? Holy shit, we need to bring them on eventually because of it. Otherwise, we're just going to sound like ass kissers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I sound like an ass kisser while trying to promote this show, so I really don't let it get to me. But one thing I wanted to ask you about was, because I remember Goat Whore being at Reno's. Did you have any part in making that happen?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, shit. I was about to say, I'm like, damn, if you pulled that, that must have been badass. Because I heard that was like an endless mosh pit, just like non-stop.
Yeah, there's some other great promoters out there that bring some badass shows to Reno's, you know, and.
Why don't we plug them in, man? What are
Sword and Shield is one.
Sword and Shield, that's
Jason. Justin, yeah, Jason, Justin, and I think maybe Steven does some stuff there as well.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's, okay.
Like the Reno crew, pretty much.
Oh, okay, that's badass.
I don't know if you do any stuff with them, but
we do. We do some shows from time to time together.
Yeah.
Those are great guys to work with, too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're in the underground metal scene, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas they'll do black, thrash, stuff more underground, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas me, I'll do stuff that's pretty much every genre as possible.
Yeah, kind of give it a mix.
You know.
Because I remember going out to the one show, because it was the first show I went to this year. It was Silo, Tri-County Terror, this punk band called The Bombs. And it was a very punky show. It was very, like, a lot more light than what you would normally see.
That was my show, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that being pretty good.
It was a free show, too.
Yeah.
I remember that. I think it was a free show.
I think, yeah, it was, I believe. And Creeper was really good, too, because I remember Creeper was, like, one of the last bands I played there that night, at least. That was really good. And I remember that being really diverse. Like, goddamn. Like, that show made me, like, think, wow, we're, like, really diverse here. Like, the diversity of the scene is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, in general. But, like, are there any other promoters out there, like, that you know of that you think do a good job in doing what you do?
Oh, yeah, there's quite a few. Like you said, Sword and Shield is a very good one. Honor Killing Productions, you know, Tyler Berry is
Tyler,
in fact, I like how he runs his shows. He has a great staff that helps him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Pretty much, those are the only guys I've ever worked with, really, and even the Pitbulls, they have their own shows from time to time. So those are good people to work with as well, you know, and I think my mind is like, it's Saturday, you know.
I completely
get home at 4 or 5 in the morning, so I can't really think right now.
I hear
so
you.
if I forget you, I'm sorry.
Because I remember, God, I can't remember who else. I had a guy call me this morning. He just booked me on a show for May 12th where I'm going to be playing with Gruesome Fate, Chemicals, Cutthroat Conspiracy, Renatus, and somebody else. And yes, this is the official announcement for that show because I haven't shared it on Facebook yet. May 12th at Diamond Gyms. I think his name was like Metal Mike or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've messaged
Oh,
him
he's
before.
a good guy.
Yeah, he messaged me up. I did talk to a fellow named John Williams about a Metal vs. Punk show at Wits End in May.
That's another good guy to work with too.
Yeah.
Those guys. So.
Yeah, because I think I think pretty much all the Metal vs. Punk shows happen at Wits End, which is cool. So I think I'm down for that one. He did say he had a slot open. I said, we would love to take it. He's like, cool, man. And so it kind of ended vaguely. But I hope I get it because, the more the merrier. Definitely going to try to get on that on this year's fucking Deep Ellum Metal Fest. That'd be so badass. And so let's go into that. Like, what made you want to start the Deep Ellum Metal Fest?
Like I said, Deep Ellum is full of such great events throughout the year. They have the Deep Ellum Arts Festival, which is a great festival because all the artists come together, but they sometimes tend to like leave out the metal part. Like you'll have all these bands like from different like hip hop artists, you'll have jazz artists and country artists and alternative rock, but always the metal bands are like kind of forgotten in that kind of festival. I mean, they'll have some like hard rock bands or maybe like the softer metal bands, but never like the brutal metal bands.
Yeah, like the heavy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then they have like a jazz festival, a Deep Ellum Jazz Festival, and a punk festival, but never metal really, or at least not these past few years. I mean, I've already had some in the past, but I say, you know what, let's do it. Let's try to restart the metal festival here in Deep Ellum, for Deep Ellum. And I wanted to get like always 5 clubs involved, and it was always a success every year, Each year it gets bigger and bigger,
and 3 days this last year.
Yeah.
That kicked my ass.
Oh
yeah, because you're running back and forth.
I had 4 days. I had a pre-show.
Oh shit, that's right, the pre-show.
That was like 4 days. It was like it's stressful, but it's rewarding and it's fun. I won't be honest with you. Like I have never told anybody except a few people. So, and last year I was really close to quitting DMS. Like everything.
Oh yeah.
Just letting it die or whatever. Like. I was so burnt out from it, it was like, and the passion was kind of dying. I'll be honest, It wasn't against the bands or anything. It was so tiring and frustrating.
Yeah. And
there's so much great competition, and so I was like, I think it's time for me to hang up the boots, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the Deep Ellum Metal Fest almost didn't happen last year too, and I was like. Even though he saw me in public, I was kind of like going in a dark space, like I'm not caring really, and letting it die down, and then people started talking to me like, just do it, man, just do it. Like, okay, so I did it, and I had great help. Like, Justin from Greenhouse was like, I'll help you, man, we can do this. Kaylee, who's also like vice president, I don't know if you know her, of Dallas Metal Scene, we have a vice president.
Oh, that's what's up.
So she was like, I'll help out too, so I had those two help me out as much as they could, and if it wasn't for like Justin and Kaylee, the Deep Ellum Metal Fest last year wouldn't have happened.
Man.
They like pushed me and they helped me. They got bands themselves, and
see, that's what's best about the scene.
And when it happened finally, it made me appreciate what I've done in the past or what we've done in the past as a whole. And I'm like, okay, I'm back. My head's
kind of reignited a little bit.
I mean, those 3 days kind of showcase like what. Like the best things we've had, like this is the meat and potatoes of our scene, because you had like everyone from Anademic, who was Splatterfish at the time, you had Sparrows, you had a Steinax. I mean,
their last show was at What's in that during that.
It was the week after.
Oh, that's right. No, yeah, you're right.
Wormchasm, obviously, Electric Vengeance,
quite a few out of town bands too.
Bands,
quite a few.
Final Drive played Friday night at Whitson, I believe. Master, I think, was like on Sunday with Sacrificial Death.
No, sacrificial slaughter.
I always fuck that up. It's gonna be so awkward if I ever bring him on now. And like, you always get our band name wrong. I'm sorry.
They're playing with Vader at Garden Club in June.
I may be going to that show actually to do some work.
And then Demons Within, we had him at Metal Fest. They're playing with Destruction at Gas Monkey.
Yes, and fucking Electric Vengeance just got on that shit, dude. See, that's cool as fuck. And so, because I remember the Overkill Nile show. You were able to get Exploder on that. Damn, how'd you go about that? Just like, hey.
Well, I'm usually always helping Trees when it comes to those kind of shows. Like, I know who can bring the people, or they know that I know what sounds right with certain bands. You know, like
what mixes well.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, if you have a thrash show, you don't want to have like a new metal band open up for a thrash show. So they hit me up, hey, what's a good band for this show? What's a good band for that show? So that's pretty cool. Like Trees does that sometimes with me, and
if you're a band, get good with this guy.
Gas Monkey does that sometimes with me too. Like I've gotten Exploder on like that Caballero show. Gas Monkey.
Oh shit! Goddamn! So, if you're in a band, get to know this guy. You can fucking get in on that shit.
Yeah. So.
I mean, shit. That's why I want my band to be a fucking DMS band that plays a lot of DMS shows. Honestly. Just because, man, like, because seeing Exploder play with Overkill, like, it's like my favorite band. Like my favorite band, and I'm like, God damn, one day it will happen for me. One day, I will fucking try my absolute hardest to play with Overkill or Testament. I mean, fucking seeing EV play with seeing EV on the Destruction bill when Destruction's always been great in my opinion. Oh, yeah. So, you know, so it's awesome. But I guess we can go on to that one question. So if y'all don't know, I think you're probably like at least top 5 most figured visitors of the clubhouse. Yes. So I believe Lloyd asked, why do you blame everyone that make you go or something?
It's just a joke, an inside joke between a certain friend that I have. Hi, Travis. And just it's a funny joke between us, you know. I throw him under the bus like it's his idea, you know. Be surprised though when it's not always my idea, you know. Like I get off at work like at 3 or 4 in the morning. I'm burnt out. I got to deal with drunk people all night, working security, and there are times where I don't want to go, and it's like, let's go, and everyone's texting me, let's go. And
it's like,
but the main reason why I go though is we have actually a partnership with them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
so,
which I think is really fucking cool. Yeah, you know, because you guys do stuff for each other.
They promote the shit out of us, and we promote the shit out of them. You know, and of course it's Vinnie Paul's place, so they're very supportive of local metal.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. You know, there's not too many businesses that come out and say, hey, we support. I mean, I'm pretty sure you saw the banners at the Metal Festival.
Like, we went Saturday night at the fest. Like,
yes, it was.
He was like, dude, we have to go. I'm like, all right, but that's gonna be a pricey Uber ride. And he goes, don't worry, man,
don't worry.
But that's one reason why I think the only titty bar I ever wanted to go to is the clubhouse, because they're so supportive of the scene. I sure hope
my parents don't watch this episode.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Like you can like run into your favorite musicians there a lot. You know, like I've heard like Chris Jericho. If you're a fan of the WWE, he goes there when he's in town. You know, in fact, there's a cool picture of me and Chris Jericho at Trees. You know,
holy shit.
Taking shots. I did shots of one of my favorite wrestlers. Pretty cool. But anyways, like you go to clubhouse, you can run into like me and Justin. We had to take one of the vocalists from Mayhem, Attila, over there.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Justin took him over there. I met him over there, and you know, and then it was a cool night. He's a cool guy to hang out with.
That's awesome.
And then you run into Vinnie Paul, of course.
I
got to hang out with the guys from Soulfly.
Oh God,
yeah, that's pretty cool. They weren't there, unfortunately. But Mark Rizzo, who's a badass guitar player.
Yes.
My God, he's phenomenal on guitar. And the bass player from Caballero Conspiracy was there as well.
Oh my God.
That's pretty cool. You know,
and didn't, I could be getting this wrong, but didn't Dimebag used to have like shares in it or something?
Yes.
Or?
Him. along with Vinny, I think when Dime died, I think Vinny got his share.
Oh yeah, okay.
I could be wrong. I don't know the exact formalities of that. I had to ask my dad who hung out with them back in the day. I don't think it was at Clubhouse though. At least I don't think. That'd be weird. But yeah, because like if you go to shows at Reno's, you know, you go and you pay the admission fee, and then they'll ask you like who you want to see out of the lineup, and you let them know, and they'll tally mark because that's how the bands get paid.
Make sure you always say what band you're there to see. So
Yeah.
people
You have to
forget.
You
And
have
if you're visiting your friend's band, make sure you know your friend's band's name. Like, I'll have people come like, I'm here to see my friend's band. Okay, who's your friend's band? I don't know.
What's the name of your friend? Oh,
yeah, okay. But there are times where I don't even know who that guy is. Like, I'm here to see Jeff's band. Like, who's Jeff? I haven't met Jeff.
Exactly.
If it's a new band, like I probably like don't know who
Exactly.
Yeah.
So make sure you know the band's name, okay?
Make sure you say Skull Archer. Joking. But then once you get the tally, you get a band, little wristband. Don't lose it. Because after the show, for the most part, you can go to the clubhouse and they'll take it off you, and that's like what, half off? Like I think like $5 or $10.
Yeah, it depends on
$5
if they have a thing going. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because I remember going a couple times, we've seen girls in DMS shirts and all that.
We share staff, by the way. You know, some of the
really?
girls that work the front door for me, they work there too. So I was like, we share.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah, so.
That's cool. I actually remember meeting a couple at the Gojira show because they gave me I think the shit named Raven gave me like 8 fucking cards.
Damn.
I still have them.
Like, were you at Final Drive last week or?
I was not. No.
Okay.
I wanted to go, but I was at the Rail Club at that time. With like the fucking 8 fucking band lineup. It was pretty good too. I heard that show was really good. I heard Brandon and Carlos ran up on Evie's set to do.
I saw the pictures.
I think there's video actually, I think.
Oh shit! I would love to do an actual full vocal cover. That may happen because I believe it's Exploder, Hood Rat, Electric Vengeance, and the
That's
Pull-Outs.
next week.
Yeah, next week. I could have sworn that was at 3 Links at one point. I don't know why. I thought.
Where is it at?
At Reno's?
It is at Reno's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Not a bad thing it was at Reno's.
I don't know why.
It's a good thing it's at Reno's.
I know,
Exactly.
it's a great thing it's at Reno's.
Yeah.
But like I don't know why I was thinking it was at the 3 Links for. I heard Ian Reagan was there though recently, and I didn't know about it until
It was the same night as that Final Drive and the show you're at.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it. I'm like,
Oh shit.
I wouldn't be here if that was good.
Exactly.
Like,
Oh my god, I was so sad. Like Alberto was able to meet Tony, the singer, and like, you know, that dude's probably like the most punk dude in the world right now. You know, running with Municipal Waste and Iron Reagan, and they're both being super successful. Like, and see, that's what's cool is that we bring all these you bring all these acts from like around like the Deep Element Journal. It's just like a magnet. I think fucking Corey Taylor said at one point back when Slipknot was like kind of young-ish, I guess, and they're like Deep Elm is one of the like golden hearts of the scene, and that was obviously before the huge drop off and whatnot. So I guess being in Deep Elm and seeing the lowest of low, and then seeing the it prospering, is that your biggest takeaway from what you've done, or like what is like you think your greatest reward for doing this promotional work is?
Just meeting people, you know.
Hey, there you go.
That's it. It really is like I
Meeting
get to
new
meet
faces.
cool people. I get to hang out with cool people and work with cool people. There's not too many people that can say I really enjoy going to work, and I really enjoy my boss. You know, and I work at Tree, so I have cool bosses there. I have cool bosses at Reno, so
Exactly.
it's not like
everyone knows you. I mean, like, dude, like, I can't tell you how many times, like, I'm going out to Reno's, and I'm like, probably go talk to Joseph at the door, and then there's like a line of like 3 or 4 people waiting to talk to you, talk to you. And it's like, okay, I'll wait. It's all good. It's worth the wait. You know, you say what's up and head in, get a couple drinks, come back out.
I think my boss actually hates that. He's like, I'm gonna have to move you to the back because you're always
people. You always get a crowd.
You're always distracted, you know.
I don't know, because I mean, I do that with Steven, like when Steven's up at the front, like I'll sit and talk with him for a little while, and then he'll be like, I kind of gotta get back to work. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I've never been able to approach people easier Like, I mean, because, you know, in high school I was a fucking, like, dork. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! In the library, and I kind of just kept to myself. Except when people cussed me out or started shitting me, and then I get into a lot of fist fights, and then that kind of became, like, my rep. And then, like, college was awkward because I went to school with a bunch of special snowflakes. And, you know, I was kind of one too, but not as much. And then I kind of just realized that everyone's stupid here, and I kind of just backed off completely. And so, like, I can easily say that, like, I've never been more comfortable talking to random strangers than like at Deep Ellum.
And see, and for me, it's a lot more comfortable when I'm at Reno's. I don't fucking know why, but like I just enjoy Reno's way more than the other.
I do too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Whitson. I mean, the Prophecy show at Whitson was amazing. Like, that was probably one of the best sounding sets I've heard in a while.
That was a good show. I don't do too many shows at Whitson like I would like to.
Yeah.
I mean.
And I hadn't been up to the roof stage that they had until the festival.
Yeah, that was pretty
really
good.
Fucking cool.
But I think we only stayed there for EV, right?
Yeah, we only stayed there for EV. Then we went downstairs because Sparrows and some other bands were playing downstairs.
Yeah, I Steinax and we ran over to Splatterfish. That was pretty cool. Except for the Juggalo that was like elbowing people for some reason in the pit. Have you ever had to kick out people for that? Like being assholes in the pit?
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's why we have the pit bulls. You know, that's why we love the pit bulls. You know, because the pit bulls, that's their pit.
They're the guardians.
Yeah,
of the pit.
like, yeah. So
that's what
you'd be surprised. Some of the other venues that where the pit bulls are at, like at Trees, for example, Trees considers them extra security in mind.
Yeah.
They're like the police of the pit.
They're there when Cataclysm.
That's their pit, you know. Like you fuck up, you're gonna get out of it, you know.
No, yeah, because I remember at the Overkill Nile show, I believe there was a guy that was swinging on some kids, or was like trying to show these kids, and like he was about to swing on them, and I think this one dude, I forget his name. I know most people, I didn't know this guy's name. He like fucking hip tossed them and shit, and then fucking him, Dizzy, and somebody else, I believe it was Lance, they all grabbed him, like one got him by the throat, and like one dude picked him up by his legs and they tossed him out the front door. Yeah. And the big dude was like, at Trees was like, "What's going on, man?" It was fucking hilarious. Yeah. Because the dude was just like, "What the fuck was going on?" Mm-hmm. Because when we talk about moshing etiquette, which by the way, that didn't get a lot of views, shit. When we talked about moshing etiquette, we considered the pit bulls like the regulators, like the guardians, just to make sure that everyone's safe and is having a good time. Because honestly, they look intimidating as fuck. Especially Dizzy when he has fucking tattoos.
And they bring it to the pit too. Like it's not like they're just sitting around; they're actually in the pit with you.
Dude, so. Dizzy is a hard hitting dude. You never want to go mano a mano with him, and he looks intimidating as hell because he has like the Falcon tattoo and he has like the fucking devil horns that go back. But when you talk to him, he's like the nicest fucking guy. Dude, yeah. It's so crazy. And like Carlos is always cool to talk to. And Carlos is this big old dude. He's younger than me, by the way, which to me is absolutely funny.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, but like super nice guy. I remember meeting David at the Prophecy show, and he was super chill. Like he was like, "Hey Shaggy, I just want to let you know you're doing a good job, man. That we have your and we have our eye on you, man. So you keep it up in that pit." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" It's like, and I'm like, I tried, man. I'm a little small. And he's like, "Nah, dude, it's cool. You got heart. That's all that matters, man." I'm like, "Dude, this is badass. Oh my god!" Like, and now I'm being prospected by Dizzy. So, and the Obituary Creator Tour is kind of like my first actual test, because the Decibel Magazine Tour, there was somewhat of a pit, but then Whitechapel comes on with 3 guitar players and no solos. Yeah. It makes no sense. So they're like, next week. Mm-hmm. Next week's your real test, and they told me I did pretty good. So, but I mean, just rolling all of this back and just everything we talked about. I'm sitting in front of the 2 people that kind of made it happen for me. I say that because Tessa's had the first pilot episode. You got me off my ass after my surgery recovery and brought me out to my first ever local show at Reno's. Mm-hmm. I had an actual full local showcase, because technically the Battle of the Bands in Grand Prairie years and years ago was technically a local showcase because it was like all based bands and all that, but I mean, I was only there to see my friend's band, and then my friend's band gets slaughtered by EV. But then they lost to a Kid Metallica cover band. So it's like being there was like my first show experience, and then like, and you know, just getting like, I mean, like you kind of brought up like you kind of you're one of the people that sparked Skull Archer to reignite and all that. And so like for me, these are like the two people that like brought me into it. And so like this is possible because of these two, and for him it's most likely possible because of this motherfucker right here. So, I mean, this is as good as it gets. I don't think we're ever gonna have such like a high astounding guest, but we'll always try to shoot for it. So, I guess the one last question I can ask you is for any new bands that want to come up, want to do shows. What's the best way they can get in contact with you, or to try to get involved and try to do stuff?
It's funny because everybody complains you're hard to get a hold of. You know, I'll give you my number, but I don't want to answer. Probably I don't answer any phone numbers. You can be the hottest girl in the world. I'm not going to answer your phone call. I hate talking on the phone. So don't call me. That's one reason. Don't just call me.
Text or maybe Facebook?
Text is probably best. Facebook, man, it's flooded with like messages.
Oh, I got you.
Because I run 3 pages like DMS, Dallas Metal Scene. By the way, look up Dallas Metal Scene on Facebook.
Yes.
And DMS Promotions Dallas. I run those pages, and then I help run the Reno's page as well.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I'll have like all these messages, you know, and so it's best to text, which you have to find out somehow. I'm not gonna just give it on.
I think I had your number at some point because
I think
you got me some tickets to something.
I think I had it. And speaking of that,
it's a fit. No. Anyway, it was a show. I forget which one it was, but you got me some tickets, so that was cool.
And speaking of that, on one of your pages, I believe it is the DMS Productions ones, this dude will give out fucking free tickets to fucking touring shows. Like, he did it for the Metal Blade show, he did it for the
Obituary show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you plan on doing it for the Testament one?
What is that?
Testament, I think it's like Gas Monkey. Is it Gas Monkey Park or Gas Monkey Live? I don't remember. I know they're coming with half a Torah, like no quarter Torah, because it's not Torah anymore. But
yeah, I consider that a cover band, to be honest.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Tribute band, you know.
Yeah.
But
I like Andres, but yeah. So yeah, so any new guys that are coming in, just get to know everyone.
Not hard to find. I'm always at Reno's or Trees.
Exactly. Yeah, he's always up there.
Yeah.
Really
just
cool.
come on out. If you have something to start up, it's how I fucking did it. I just talked to a bunch of people really drunkenly and it worked. So if it works for me, it'll work for you. And sir, I believe that is all the time we have. We thank you so much for coming on.
Real quick. Do you have any shows coming up that you'd like to announce or let just promote?
April 8th, we have a kind of weird mix-up. It's like you're talking about punk and metal at Woodson.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like hip-hop and metal at Reno's April 8th.
Okay.
And it's not verses or anything. It just ended up that way. I had this local rapper that kept bugging me. He's a big metalhead fan, by the way. He kept bugging me to like, hey, let's do a show. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. So he's a big metalhead fan. He knows all these metal bands. And it's like, so if you're into hip hop and metal at the same time, it's going to be very theatrical too. Like they all wear masks and have crazy stage props. April 8th at Reno's, and then a DMS 4-year anniversary, which Exploder's on.
Yeah, Exploder, Creeper.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Cadence. Is that how you say it? Or is it
Decadence?
Decadence. Wake the Fear. And hopefully, if everything fucking turns out good, we would open for it.
Yeah.
So
April 22nd, I believe, is the date.
Yep, that's gonna be a badass killer lineup of bad motherfuckers too. So.
And Single the Mayhem is around the corner. It's May 5th with like War Ensemble.
Right.
Slayer tribute band, you know. And
Crop Dust.
Crop Dust is on that one.
Some
Somebody
band
bands to keep up with. Like
yeah. Some band that starts with the letter M.
Montevera, oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yes, they're doing that show.
Yeah.
They are doing that show. Pretty sick lineup. I mean, this dude puts together such great fucking shows. My wallet fucking hates me. Why?
9 out of 10 wallets hate him.
9 out of 10 wallets hate this guy. Click the link now.
We might start bringing back, like in the past, we used to do like, if you wear a DMS shirt, if you don't have any, I'll get you some.
We have the one from the festival.
I know,
That counts though. That counts though.
Does?
So like, if you have a Metal Fest T-shirt or any of the years, you know, or a DMS shirt, we'll get you in for $5.
Hell yeah.
You know,
dude. I need it, but we have it. But dude, to have an actual like DMS shirt,
yeah,
fuck
I would
yeah.
like that too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to you
Damn
about
right. I'll trade you Skull Archer for DMS. There we go.
but the Metal Fest shirt's right. Not too many people know that the Metal Fest shirt's right.
that. Okay, cool.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's what's up. Well, I'll have to keep that one in mind.
Yeah.
So, you got anything else you want to let off your chest, boy?
I don't think so. I think we covered
No
everything.
ass kissing. I already did enough of it.
Yeah, yes, I know.
I do want to say though, be on the lookout. We should be announcing Metal Fest dates sometime in April, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
It's almost April, so
Yeah.
next few weeks, hopefully, we'll know something. So.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, I'm telling you right now, I'll be the first motherfucker on board. I'll be
Yeah.
like, Skull Archer!
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah,
I will do it.
Yeah, the festival is always, because I've only been for I think 2 years, last year and the year before, but it's always a really fucking good show, and it does get bigger each year. I think because last year was only like or the year before that was only like 2 days or something like that, and then last year it was 3 days plus a pre-show.
I can tell you.
Yeah, so it who knows, fuck, it could be, you know, especially if we can get trees on board, then there could be, that's so much more opportunity right there for more bands. So.
Exactly.
Right here, I want to brag right here real quick before we go.
Okay.
One thing I like about the Metal Fest, and please, those who are watching this is not a diss towards any other promoter or any other festival, but I have to brag about this part because I was talking with someone yesterday that what's cool about the DFW Metal Fest is that, because like that last night or this weekend they're having the So What Festival, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, having it today.
And
It's like going on right now.
even the Fort Worth Metal Fest, which is happening like this summer.
Yeah.
One thing that I like about the DFW Metal Fest is its main focus is the local bands. What we can bring. Like, people always come up to me and say, "Hey, Joseph, let's try to get so many national bands on this." You know, I'm not opposed to that, but I want the focus to be like what we have as a city, as a community. Like, this is what we
to showcase. Our city's talent.
Exactly.
I mean, you can see a national show any day.
Exactly.
Anywhere, whether it's Gas Monkey, Trees, Bomb Factory, or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I'm very proud of is that, like, and then, by the way, the So What Festival, it's a good festival. What they're doing is amazing, but
Yeah.
one thing about us is that we have no corporate sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know, we have no fancy money like they have, or we have no fancy
They just don't have. You don't have
advertisements
resources.
and like but what we do have is the hype.
Yeah.
Like, you'll hear people talk about certain festival, you'll just hear about it that one weekend.
Yeah.
Our festival, you'll hear about the whole month. And like, everyone talking about
year round almost.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's really people that share the same love and passion for the scene that are getting together and just butting heads and just being like, let's do this. Here, I'll put in some money, put in some money, put in some money, put in some money, and boom, we get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the best way. It is the absolute best way for your band to be heard. I mean, there are so many bands that I saw that I've never seen. Well, duh, because I was still starting out in the scene. But most of the bands I saw those past 3 days, I fucking go out to a lot of their shows now. Big support. You can probably say the same. I bet you've seen some bands that you've never seen before there, and you're like, holy shit. Yeah. So it's the best way to discover, make new friends, get really fucking drunk off of really good and cheap alcohol. Fucking Justin is the best bartender.
Yes, he is. I love Justin.
Yeah.
I love Justin.
I honestly want to go to the clubhouse with you guys just because if he goes, I bet sometimes he brings the shit to mix up drinks with. All right. We do have to let this man go. He does have good, hard work to do tonight, so we're going to let him get at it. Joseph, thank you for coming on.
Man.
We appreciate you so much. Y'all guys, thank you so much for watching DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe.